Okay, welcome back to the People's Matter show. We've been talking about stress management. So right now we are going to see how you can manage stress for you to avoid harm from it. So welcome, Mr. Rono.
Thank you very much. Managing stress is a very difficult thing to do, but very simple in another way. That when you are managing stress, the most important thing is identify your stressors. Once you identify the stressor, what is making you stressed, that is almost saying 50% managed. We need to understand that before you are stressed, you need to know what is this one stressing you. And once you reach that point, we are saying you are almost clearing the stress, or you are reducing and managing the stress. But in case it has come and you have already known the stressors, what has made you stressed, the most important thing is give yourself time. Give yourself a lot of exercises. Do the breathing in and breathing out and breathing in and breathing out exercises, which makes your mind and your body relax. Ensure you go for work routine. If you feel the stress has come to you and you feel you are so much stressed, and because maybe the environment is not conducive for you, just take a walk along the main road. Just take a walk along the forest, along some funny, good places. God has given us beautiful plants, beautiful grass, beautiful sceneries. Go and see those ones. After you have gone there for a short time or 1 hour or so, you will find you will have just reduced the stress. It's a very good strategy for you to go and relax. Remove yourself from where the stressor is. If it is a workplace, take leave. Go and relax. If it is in the house and you feel the stressor is in the home, take off. Go out and relax. But not to go for drinks. We are saying, take a part of your counseling. Go for counseling. Trained counselors are there for us to go and release your stress. Go and talk to them. Tell them I have issues like this. You give the stressor and you talk about how you are feeling, and the counselors who are trained enough to do counseling will help you remove the stress. At any given time you go, you will have that one done. We are saying, change your perception, change your thinking. If you feel the problem is at work and you see your boss is having a problem, change that and say the boss has work to do for himself and for me. Whatever he's doing is not negative to me. Change that, change the thinking, and you will find, hey, the boss is doing the right thing. If it's the family and there is some misunderstanding in the family, change the misunderstanding and make it understanding, so that the understanding can be made, and you find both of you in the house with the children are understanding yourselves. Change your perception. Change your expectation. If you are expecting to buy a plot of 100 acres, if you change and say, no, because I don't have enough money now, I can maybe buy for 5,000 or about 5 acres. So the moment you change your expectations, it will suit you. And in that case, you will have reduced the stress. Change. If the job is disturbing you and you find there are a lot of work, you are doing this, you are a manager of what, you are a assistant manager of the other one, we are saying break the jobs, break the tasks to a manageable level. If you are a controller of some kind and you have all the sections controlled, ensure that you discharge your responsibilities to those people. Let them work for you. Let this one work for the supplies, this one work for procurement, this one works for human resource. Let them give you some job, so that at any given time you are not working individually for the departments. Break the jobs so that it can be managed. We are saying set realistic and reasonable goals. If you are supposed to do something, and because of stress which is giving you, and you find you can have a realistic goal, step by step. Don't go 10 miles. Start going mile by mile, mile by mile. We say avoid procrastination. Things you are saying, I want to do this, then you say, no, not today. Watch and nifanye kesho. I want to do this, not today. Do something at a time and leave the others to be done on a particular day, because you are arranging yourself. Set what we call good boundaries. Your boundaries. If your boundary is here, and that is your boundary, don't allow people to come and intrude on your boundary, so that you are already safe and you can play around with your safety like this. But if you allow people to come in, another one is pulling you to go to another group, another is pulling you to take alcohol, another is pulling you to do this, you will not be able to set yourself. Ensure your boundaries is safeguarded so that you can stay and walk there. If their boundary is sealed, you will not be able to go to somebody's boundary, because when you go there, you are looking for problems. So look at your boundaries and ensure you don't go for other people's boundaries. We are saying ensure that you have your values. Your values should be yours. If somebody else comes in to give you their values, stop telling them and say, I have my values in this time. And the worst part, and maybe the last one, if not the least, is time management. Let the time be managed by you. If you know you are supposed to do something, ensure that you have an allowance so that you can do that thing in the right time. In the sense, you will have control your steering positions, and you do very well. Yes.
Now, okay, we are talking of the person who is stressed.
Yeah.
We've seen how this person can be able to manage his or her own stress.
Yes.
But now, how do we, as the environment, contribute to helping this person manage the stress?
Yeah, environment is just given to all of us. It's only you to manage your stress. Environment is equal to everybody else. When I'm stressed in this environment, somebody else is enjoying that environment. So it is you to change yourself to conform with the environment, because it is not possible to change the environment to suit one person. So the environment is supposed to be wherever it is, but with us who are stressed because of the environment, they should be able to condition themselves to cope with the situation. We have said they cope with the stress, or they run away from the stress if it can be possible, or they fight the stress. So in most cases you find if you cannot do that, you can only be able to cope with them. Adjust yourself to the particular stress.
Let's take an example of like a home setting.
Yeah.
Maybe your husband or your wife is stressed, maybe from work, a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
I think also maybe the wife, the spouse, the partner can also contribute to helping this person manage the stress.
Yes, if he or she understands. The most important thing, if you are stressed and your spouse or your nearest friend understands that you are stressed because of a reason, that is the time he will be able to assist you. But if you are not able to identify your stressor, you will find it's not possible for somebody to make assistance to you. So the most important thing is the stressing person or the stressed person should be able to explain what stress him or what stress her. And then in that case, there should be communication. If it is the family setting, the wife or the husband should be able to communicate with the other person so that you agree where the other person can help in this stressing position or stressing situation.
Most of the times we know when we are stressed, maybe the stressor is something that we can notice that this is stressing me.
Yeah.
But at times you find that you don't know you are stressed. Someone else can read your stress.
Yeah.
How can you maybe define that?
Yeah, we are saying if you cannot be able to know you have been stressed and you have already shown the characteristic of a stressed person, if you are able to be assisted, please accept that you are stressed and open up, explore the situation where it is stressing you. At that particular point, the two of you or the group of where you are will have identified where the stress has come from. Then they can tackle the stress, or they can run away from the stress, or they can cope with the stress. But you will be only helped to remove or to tackle the stress, or to run away from the stress, or to cope with the stress when you have already been able to express that is what stressed you.
At times, mostly you find that, not even mostly, in some situations, you find that something that is stressing you is somehow like a permanent thing, not a temporary.
Yeah.
Let's take an example in a marriage. You find that at some point you find that your partner has some characters, like he or she cannot just leave them. So how can you handle that? Because this person is a lifetime partner. You cannot just decide that I am going to divorce.
Once the stressor has been established, the most important thing is how can it be solved? How can it be fought? Or how can they run away from it? Or how can they cope with it? That are the three things we are asking for. So if the stress has come from the family, is it possible to remove it from the family? Is it possible to remove the stressor from where it is? Is it possible then to cope with the stressor? If it is possible to cope with, if it is a lifetime stressor, is it possible that you can cope, communicate with the person whom you feel there is some stressing characteristic with? Can you be able to agree so that you can strike a balance on how to remove or reduce the stressor so that you can cope with it, because it is a permanent solution.
Okay.
So from there, it must be done. That communication be done. You say yours, and then you mediate. Both of you can sit together. You mediate, and then this one will say, yes, I can do up to this much. You say, yes, I can do up to this much. At the end of it, you agree. Then, can we then agree on this? So that I don't stress you, you don't stress me. At the end of it, you do that.
Okay. Well, that's all with me, Chela and Diana. Next week, we'll be talking about loss and grief. So make sure you've been tuning in on to KTS on every Tuesday for you to catch up with us. Thank you.